In this case study video, we take a look at how PGP Operating turned to Vulcan Security Systems for a better and more cost-effective solution to secure its business premises and property. Before we get into the details, here's the takeaway message. The installation will more than pay for itself within a year in cost savings compared to what we were paying for security before. That's from Mike Bretsky, the General Superintendent of PGP Operating LLC. PGP Operating LLC is an oil and gas producer with wells and related production operation sites located across Tuscaloosa and Walker counties in West Alabama. General Superintendent Mike Bretsky began looking for an alternative to human security guards after a theft incident that occurred despite the presence of the on-duty security personnel. We had been paying security officers for night and weekend surveillance, Bretsky explained in an October 2019 interview. Something was stolen while the guards were on duty, and that led Bretsky to consider switching to a video-first security approach. We thought we would get better coverage of the area to be secured and better security protection using a camera-based system, Bretsky said. Online research led Bretsky to Vulcan Security Systems. The VSS website includes customer case studies and explainer articles about a range of IP video security applications and technology. All content is free and available at vulcansecuritysystems.com. I discovered they had done remote applications similar to what we needed, so I called Jason and he came out for a site visit. Jason knew the products well and understood the appropriate applications for PGP's security needs, Bretsky continued. After the site visit and needs assessment, PGP opted to install the recommended Mobotix security camera system using M16 cameras with dual thermal and optical lenses and an event-based monitoring package. We will touch on event-based monitoring in a bit more detail later in this video. I've been impressed with the thermal technology and how the cameras can operate in no and low-light situations, Bretsky said. I had no prior experience with thermal cameras. I wasn't specifically looking for thermals when we called Jason, but he knew what would work for our application needs. Mobotix dual-sensor M16 cameras enable both thermal and traditional visual monitoring by a single camera. The 6-megapixel optical lens produce high-definition visual images that can be monitored remotely as a separate image or configured as an overlay on the thermal image generated simultaneously by the thermal lens. Cameras like the Mobotix M16 equipped with thermal sensors read temperature distributions to detect the presence of people, animals, or inanimate objects that emit thermal radiation. Thermal cameras are programmed to alert the monitoring station when the thermal sensor detects a defined heat signal, even in low-light and no-light situations where an optical lens might not detect the presence of a possible intruder. As noted earlier, since the Mobotix M16 cameras also have optical lenses, the monitoring station can simultaneously view both the heat signal area and the optical image for the same field of vision covered by a particular camera. The dual system can also be configured to allow for an overlay of the thermal onto the visual, to make it easier to pinpoint exactly where the heat signal is being detected. The thermal layer can be configured to only display thermal signatures above a certain threshold, to reveal only the hot spots in the field of view. Thermal cameras can help to reduce the number of false alarms that can occur when passing shadows from cloud cover, moonlight, or blowing leaves might trigger the motion sensors used by a purely optical camera to generate an alert. The Mobotix dual-lens thermal cameras also allow for separate programming of the thermal versus the optical lens to trigger alerts in different contexts. The PGP operating setup includes an event-based monitoring package. Each camera is programmed to generate alerts based on defined parameters relevant to the location and the security objectives. Alert notifications are automatically sent by the camera to the monitoring station and company personnel as programmed. The level of response is governed by the response protocols established by PGP Operating. So far, PGP Operating is very pleased with their investment in the Mobotix security camera system designed and installed by Vulcan Security Systems, both in terms of performance and price to value. We've had no incidents since installation. The cameras have done what we wanted them to do. We've had no issues at all, Bretsky said. In terms of price to value, the cost savings have been significant. It has really moved the needle, and it wasn't a small installation, Bretsky said. The installation will more than pay for itself within a year in cost savings compared to what we were paying for security before. In addition to the event-based monitoring services, PGP opted to take advantage of the post-installation service package offered by Vulcan Security Systems. Under this program, VSS checks the cameras on the system periodically to make sure they are online and operational, and also updates firmware. We've had no need for any service calls after the system was installed and tested. They know we have a problem before we do, Bretsky said. When asked what factor prompted PGP Operating to choose Vulcan Security Systems over other prospective vendors, Bretsky cited the combination of knowledge and understanding of business needs. Bretsky said that Jason knew the products well and understood the appropriate applications for PGP's security needs. VSS aims to be a value-added business partner and to grow with its customers. In the words of Jason Maddox, president of Vulcan Security Systems, we are a value-added business partner delivering business security solutions. Our entire business philosophy and operational approach is built on the foundation of service to our clients. We're not just looking to sell you a security camera system. We want a business relationship, and we want to help our customers continue to succeed and grow. Based in Birmingham, Vulcan Security Systems has clients across the state of Alabama and is now expanding its service area. If your business is looking to add or redesign a video security system, contact VSS today for an initial consultation. The telephone number is 205-290-9404, or you can email info@vulcansecuritysystems.com. And you can also visit the website, vulcansecuritysystems.com.